So what are you doing now?
I'm teaching him leading stage 1, where I have the neck rope and a butt rope, and I'm just going to ask him to go in little circles around his mom.
Okay.
So we've already taught him this concept in the previous session, and today we're just trying to reinforce what he's learned and ask for a little more precision. This time we are trying to lead him in a circle and also do figure eights, which puts the foundation of steering in his mind and body, and teaches him to bend.
So if you let him rest, or is it supposed to be let alone or away from the mom? And so what we're looking for is eventually to create a cadence in his feet, to have kind of a smooth walk with rhythm. So more pressure there and releasing the pressure when he is away.
So this is repetitious and it could look boring, but it is very important as it builds a foundation of this rhythmic walk where he's consistent with his gaits, and this would be especially important when he grows up, and just for his health. If he doesn't have good rhythm, it's easier to, it's kind of like when we stumble and we twist our ankle because we are distracted, or we broke the rhythm of our walking. It's kind of the same for horses. And also if he ever shows, that's very important. I think it increases overall their intelligence and their body and mind intelligence, for that matter. And so even though we're persistent with this exercise, and it is very important, we are not looking for perfection. It is really important to give up the notion of perfection at this stage of the foal's life. As you are just progressing and keeping at it, it automatically will get better. Just give it time, give it consistency. Don't ask for too much in the beginning. Praise every little try. He is really trying. So it's a little bit of a dance between your energy and the energy of the foal. You still have to keep your arms very elasticy and nimble, and obviously he wants to stop and nurse and get comfort from mom every time, and we allow him to stop away from her and give him scratches to make that a good deal for him, because ultimately that desire to be close to her right now is breaking his rhythm, and we're trying to teach him a rhythmic, calm walk. But again, this is totally normal. We don't make a big deal about it. We just keep chipping away at it little by little. And if he struggles backwards, just follow him. Don't make a big deal. Just follow him.
So maybe try to walk the circle a little bit bigger circle. Are you consistent with ask him with the neck rope and tell him with the butt rope and releasing at the same at the right time.
Never lose your temper with the fall. If you expect the impossible and a perfect performance and then you get mad at them, you would undo pretty much everything that you've built so far. So just don't
There
get
you go.
mad.
Yeah, if you walk a bigger circle and kind of maybe push him out a little bit with your own body, that might be easier. Okay.
So he is now getting a lot better on this side. He's not fighting as much to move. He's not rushing as much to come back.
What changed?
Just me doing it and him getting the concept more of what I'm asking.
So just repetition and enough times.
Now you going to give him a little rest when you get away.
Okay. Oh, he likes those scratches. He likes that.
Now I'm going to do figure eights, which is going to be a little different for him and harder. So I'm going to come this way. Okay, now I'm going to pull him this way. And then push him this way. Pull him this way. And then push him this way. A little bit of a sit.
Well, he doesn't have to be perfect, but just have a starting point, right?
This is a pretty good one.
You'll get more cadence with each session.
With my body and push him this way.
Mm-hmm.
And every circle, I'm slowly getting farther and farther away from the mom.
Again, this is important to do because we're teaching the foal to get control of his feet, to know where his feet are stepping and how his feet navigate his body. Now, I want to address what just happened there, which he started bucking a little bit, which might be fright or might be play or might be just like trying to find an answer to get a release from this pressure of walking with ropes. But notice how he never offered to kick. He could have kicked out, and I believe it's because of all the imprinting that we did day one that he just to this day has never offered to kick anybody. So I love that. And then following beside like that is actually an instinct that they have with their mother, and she is the leader of the foal. So again, it's just a subtle way to establish we are part of the herd, we are the leader in this relationship. You can trust us.
He's getting it.
Good boy. Can you stop it?
What also helps with this exercise, as well as has many other benefits, is teaching them to disengage their hindquarters and forequarters. And we very vaguely introduced the concept the day before. And this is just a reminder for him. And again, what we're doing is using the neck rope to kind of keep a little bit of pressure on the neck, and just asking with the tip of our fingers, pressing on his side there, and then rubbing him to a stop. The moment he takes a step in the right direction, we release the pressure and rub him. And the disengaging of the hindquarters is so important in so many ways. Talk about, flying lead changes later on, or being able to even teach the side pass, rollbacks for the forequarters, and just how to even disengage and stop. It just teaches all kinds of body awareness to the horse, and it helps with leading. It helps with pretty much everything you can teach that horse after lunging, stopping, everything. Again, the important part is not to ask for too many steps in the beginning, and just release as soon as they give.
He wants to follow his mom right now. This side. Good boy. Now, since he's so small right now, it's easier for me to move him, because if he doesn't respond to my fingers, I can just push him around. Now, when they get bigger, it's going to be harder, because if they decide to lean on it, it's going to be harder to push them around.
It's the same exact concept for the forequarters. We just apply pressure with the tip of our fingers to the shoulder area and the neck area, and so far we are using steady pressure, and eventually we will teach him to also move away from driving pressure. And this is the result after a couple of more sessions, moving with driving pressure.
Wow, that is great.
I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.